Hi everybody. Hope everybody's doing okay out there. It's been a tumultuous time. Everything's happening so fast. That's the new cards here, and they're kind of slippery. My name's Lynn, by the way, if you've never seen one of my videos, and I do tarot readings. For my followers or subscribers, I think followers, listen to that. For the people that subscribe to my channel, I'm sorry it's been so long since I've been here. I've been traveling, and my daughter always has all kinds of plans for me, so I'm glad I had today off. It's the first day I've had to myself. I'm up in Oregon from California, which is probably pretty good. I do live in the San Diego area, and my daughter's home has burned down once. It burned down about 10 years ago. And I live about 4.5 miles from there because she rebuilt in the same place. That's where she's living now. So, I get so involved in what's going on around me and pick up on it. I'm kind of glad I'm up here. I shouldn't say that, but I do. I feel blessed to be able to be up here today. And I don't know if this is going to catch my cards or catch me or whatever. I did get a new... I came up here, I brought everything I thought I needed. I even brought my stand for my camera. But I left my cards at home. God. I've been wanting to buy some new ones, and my daughter was so sweet. She helped. We ordered them as soon as I got off the plane because I thought about it right before I got off the plane, but I forgot, like always. We ordered them from Amazon. I'd been wanting this new deck. I thought it was so cute. It was called Everyday Witch. I've seen some witch cards that are, I don't know, kind of spook me out. I shouldn't say that, but they just never hit me the right way. But Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice was reading from a deck like this a couple of weeks ago when I was watching him, and I thought, oh, that is the cutest deck of cards. I'd love to have one of those. And so that's what I told my daughter since I left them at home. And my other ones got wet and they don't slide too good. These are really sliding great since they're new. I'd like to have one of those. So I'm going to use these today. And then from the ones I had at home, I ordered another duplicate deck because the ones I had at home like this here from these particular cards is the Golden Tarot. I'm pretty sure is what they're called. And I got my other deck wet. And now it's getting wore out enough where it shuffles good, but it don't shuffle good if you're doing them into each other because the edges are thick. So I've been wanting another deck of those. I just didn't want to start with a new deck because it's not as easy. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who's watching and everybody who's ever watched, and thank you for the comments, and thank you for the subscriptions, and just thank you for everything. I want to read on next month. First, I want to say something. I haven't had a chance to watch TV at all, hardly, because, you don't want to go into somebody else's home and start watching politics. You don't want to ignore them and go in and just watch YouTube in your bedroom. So, I was just catching up on some stuff today, and I was looking at a clip from the Morning Joe show. And him and Mika with their snubby little noses. I shouldn't say that, but if anybody ever thought that even Mika was really what I would call a Democrat, I've never thought of her as being a Democrat. But anyway, I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying she's a very elitist, middle right Democrat, if she is one. But anyway, they were talking about Donald Trump getting booed at the ball game, at the World Series. And what they were both so indignant about was that somebody had started to chant, "Lock him up." Well, this wasn't a political event. So if a crowd wants to make a protest, that should be up to them. And you can look on the other side of it. When they were leading chants to lock her up for Hillary Clinton or whoever they happened to be talking about at that time, they changed the person depending on who Donald Trump's mad at that month. But when they're doing that, it's not only a political event, it's a disgrace because it's the President of the United States who's doing it and leading it. And by God, most of the people that he's hollering lock up aren't crooks, and we all know he's a crook. He should be locked up. So just because people... Anyway, it made me feel like they were saying regular people didn't have the right to protest, only elitists or something. I don't know, it just struck me the wrong way, but a lot of things they do strike me the wrong way. I used to watch them even complainingly sometimes. I used to watch their show every morning up till about 3 or 4 years ago, and then it got where I just couldn't take it. And especially when they were hollering about how bad Donald Trump was, but they wouldn't quit covering him ever 90 minutes out of every hour and a half morning. So, but anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. But I thought it was pretty unfair for them to be saying that people should take the higher ground and not, and that was disrespecting the presidency. Well, when somebody goes into the presidency and they didn't disrespecting the American people and our government and everything it stands for 3 years, then the people have the right to holler anything they want at them. And that's just my opinion, but I'm sticking to it. So I want to do a reading for next month. But I think I'm going to use these witch cards. They're called Everyday Witch. They're the new cards I just got. And it looks like I already got some going backwards. Or maybe it's just the top one. That's good if it's only one. And let's read on Roger Stone. He's got a trial coming up. And we know that no matter what he's been accused of, that he's probably done 10 times that much. But let's see how he's going to fare through that. And... Roger, what are you up to? What are you up to? Roger Stone, what are you up to? 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 Well, we got the tower at the bottom of the reading. We're going to put it up as his clarifier way at the top. Whatever he's up to, his world is getting ready to change. His world is getting ready to change. Well, we start out with these cards. It's a Knight of Swords. And... he knows he's always been the master of dirty tricks. That's what he's always said he was famous for. We're back in Nixon's time. He sees himself as a hero. Still seeing himself as a hero. Trying to present himself as a hero. But he's a pretty shabby hero. He's flying through here as the Knight of Swords, and he's hitting all these birds and their feathers are coming off. So I have a feeling that this is his ideal of himself, not the country or the people's ideal of himself. But anyway, kind of clownish, almost clownish. Let's put this down here in case they are going to actually come out on that deal. I hope so. And what's crossing this is the Hermit, which he did finally get quiet. After the third time that they took him up in front of that judge, I think he knew that if he opened his mouth that his ass was grass, and justice was the lawnmower even ahead of time. So I think that's why he got quiet. And so he's been really quiet. Been trying to keep his strategy, if he has a strategy, quiet. Knows. And at the base of this reading, We got the Six of Pentacles. Roger's got some helpers. That are going to try to keep from shining a light. I love these cards. I've never used these cards before. I left mine at home and had to order them. He's got a couple of helpers, maybe lawyers, and they're still trying to get him to keep his mouth shut and not be talking about everything and not be they just want him to be quiet and let them take care of things. Not even show how much that he's paying out to them, because this is also sometimes the beggar card or giving to the poor or whatever. But these are people that are trying to help him, but he's not going with it. And in the recent past, he thought he was going to have some more people helping him. Thought we got the Six of Swords here. Somebody leaving with a cache of swords, but there's other people leaving the opposite direction. He thought he was going to have a couple of really strong supporters. I don't know if it was different lawyers or witnesses or whatever that was going to come in there and help him fight for this or fight for what he thought was right, or he thought really helping go get information or something. But there's people pulling out on him even before he gets into this trial all the way. I don't know if it's his lawyers pulling out. It could be his lawyers just deciding, we know you're not going to shut up, and we don't could be he has to change them at the last minute. But there's something going on here, and of course it has to do with theft, probably information theft with him. And in the sky over the reading, we got the Hero plant. And sometimes this is judgment and law catching up. This is also the partnership card, marriage card. I think that he's still feeling really, really safe because he thinks Donald Trump's going to help in some way. I don't know what. You don't know in the Beltway or whatever what spectacle they're looking at this through. But he still thinks that Trump has the power maybe to help pull him out of this some way. I think he's depending on his friendship with Trump. I don't know what he's not looking at in this, like everybody else that's in jail around Trump. I don't know why he thinks he's going to be different. But anyway, he does still feel like he's got some pull there for some reason. And in the near future, and that trial I think is starting like next month, or when is it starting, before too long. But I don't think this is a trial. This is trying to pass some money. This is trying to pay some witnesses or something off. This is a payoff card. This is the Ace of Pentacles, and somebody's trying to pay somebody off where it comes to his trial. And what's going on with him, around him, and close to him right now at this time is the Knight of Wands. And these cards, you can see that dragon hanging up there on the hill over his shoulder. And I have a feeling he's got a little wand in his hand, but I don't think it's going to be big enough. I don't think he's going to be able to fight this dragon off. I think have the strangest feeling, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going to come out. But anyway, we'll have to look back and see. But I have the strangest feeling. We're always talking about Trump throwing somebody under the bus. I don't know what he's got to do with his trial or anything, but I feel like like he's maybe waiting for help, and this horrible dragon up on the hill is either going to eat him or let him or ignore him. One, he's not going to help him. He's not going to get any help from Trump at all. In fact, even if he goes there, he's going to get stabbed in the back. This does not look good at all for Roger. People around him and people he thinks going to help him is not going to help him. He's got the Ten of Swords. And what's going on with him right now is he's even realizing that he's losing power. All these things and people and everything that he thought he had a glimpse on, he doesn't have anymore. He's losing power. And he knows he's losing power. And for the outcome, we have the Five of Wands. And a lot of times that's disagreeing. But with these cards, I love these cards. This is women standing around a cauldron, witchy women, and they're gonna get together. They're gonna work together. And before this is all through, I don't think this is going to be a very good outcome for him. Not at all. Yeah, we got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. I think he's even going to offer to give some evidence before it's all through. But I don't even think the establishment's going to be interested in it. They've already got what they need on him. So I don't think he's got any ace in the hole or anything going on. I'm going to take one more. Well, at the very end, we got the Lovers. He still thinks Trump's going to get him out of this. But he's not. He can't. I love these cards. They're so colorful. I just absolutely love them. I'm going to look at this and see how it bears and put it up probably.